Hey VillaFam! Welcome back to another Let's Chat with two village girls. I'm Serena.
I'm Angie.
And today we are telling you guys about our Royal Caribbean cruise experience.
So that cruise was for 9 days. It's in Baltimore, so yeah, we docked here in Baltimore, the Royal Caribbean. Okay, so for starters, we wanted to say like the energy and like from the crew. What's it called? What's the person called? The captain. The energy from the captain was like very
Oh my gosh.
It was so hype every day. It was just like he was so funny, entertaining. And like we said, we was on there for 9 days, and him being entertaining for 9 whole days was like really wow.
They did so many things on that boat. So it was our first cruise ever. So we weren't really sure what it would look like, what to expect or anything like that. Basically, for those of you who've never been on a cruise before, it's like a glorified overwater hotel. And I'm talking like 5-star hotel, colorful lights, different floors with different things going on. Like it's just this grand, and then in the center of the boat is just like railings for you to look from whatever floor you're on. You can just look down to like the main level and see whatever music is playing, whatever band is there.
So beautiful. It was so pretty, like a pretty like just a pretty sight.
Oh yes.
And it just like even like just docking. I mean, getting onto the boat. It's just like it's still so much to explore. Like even if you just saw one thing, it's just like you still have to go see this, because it was just so many things that they offered us on that one like boat. It's more than like a hotel in the water. It's more like of a hotel in I don't know, maybe like a resort, or like things that has casinos and
they did.
Art. It was an art museum. Stores like galleries, and it was a whole bunch of stuff that they offered on that one boat.
Yeah, the spa, the gym, the different restaurants. There were multiple restaurants. There was a club on there.
A club, the pool.
Bars, of course.
Yeah, the bars and outdoor bars too. So indoor, outdoor bars. It was so
beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Before leaving there, my thoughts was that I wasn't gonna really. I was just gonna get motion sickness a lot.
Yeah.
And that I wasn't really gonna enjoy myself. But I really did enjoy myself. Like we might have got. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I might have got like sick a few times, but it wasn't like nothing like too serious. It's like a little let me lay down, let me lay this off real quick, and then get back up and go, and something like that. But
I felt the same. I got the little sea bands that you can wear around your wrist to help with seasickness. But what they tell you about, like, as long as you're not on the furthest ends, like the tips of the boat, you don't really feel the boat moving. It's like if you look out the windows and stuff, you can sort of see that you're moving. Yeah. But like otherwise, it feels just like you're in a building, in a solid building. So. Definitely beautiful walking into it, and even the room, although they're small, the room was nice. And we got
nice,
and they had like these wall-to-wall windows, so you can like look out and just like you could sit on the window and just watch the beautiful clear waters.
I would sit there a lot too.
Yeah.
On my phone. Well, we ain't had no service, so just sit there, and look out the window.
We're not even gonna talk about the no service thing. That was something.
I feel like next time I'm going to cruise or something where I'm not gonna have my own phone service, like I'm gonna need to make sure we have some Wi-Fi packages or something. Like I don't know, like I'm so like attached to my phone. It was like being there for 9 days. Like although we were on vacation, it was just like it was sometimes like I wanted to post us having fun, or like post and communicate with my like family back here. And plus it was us girls, so we had our significant others like at home that we wanted to talk to, and like just share with them the things that was going on. Like I want to have Wi-Fi next time.
Definitely. It was just a very hefty expense for 9 days that we just it wasn't for college students. It wasn't part of the budget. So, but I mean, it just made telling like everyone when we got back. It just made it more exciting because we had everything to tell everyone.
We had stories for days. Like, I know we had stories for days, but
it's definitely affordable for college students.
Yeah, but one thing, guys, one thing that we did, we heard, not so much our other friend that went, but me and her, so like, I don't know how to say this, but like in little lines in our like, you know, papers that we have, it says that we have to pay like about $15 a day.
Oh
for
yeah,
like
the gratuities.
gratuities. And we didn't see that. We didn't know that at first.
The fine print.
Yeah. So in fine print, there are like y'all have to read, guys, because we made that mistake, and we don't want y'all to make the same one. So like there are gratuities, and like when we tell y'all we was trying to tip our printer every I don't know how to really say his name, but tip him every day after he served us. Like we was tipping out our cash every day, and we was like,
when we found out that he was like we were already technically tipping him, and it's each person. So it was 3 of us in the room. So each of us was they were docking $15 each every single day for that 9 days in gratuities for the staff on the boat that we were served by.
And it's not just the waiters either, guys. It's the guys housekeeping. Yeah, I think that was those like housekeeping and the waiters, maybe the beverage service and stuff like that. But yeah, that was like coming out every day, and like I'm not mad at the idea of it because it's fine. They need to be paid. They work very, very hard, but I feel like it should be there, not in fine print. It should be very, very well known. Yeah. So that we know that we can be saving our money and putting it towards the gratuity instead of like tipping on top of tipping. Yeah. But like we were a little disappointed because
we weren't. If only we were prepared.
Yeah, we wasn't prepared for it. Like our money was going to like enjoying, enjoying that place, bringing back gifts, souvenirs and stuff for our family. Like that's where our money was going to.
Let's get into the food. The food. There were so many things, so many different things we tried on the boat. Especially for this one.
Yeah, me.
Because Angie's such a picky eater. So it was definitely fun bringing her and like different plates of stuff for her to try. Because, I mean, what else do you do on vacation? There's no like McDonald's or...
There was none of that. Like I couldn't run to no McDonald's or nothing. Like it was like, so at night for our dinner we had like, was it every night?
Every night.
Every night for our dinner we had reservations at the restaurant. I can't remember what it's called, guys, but we had we ate at this restaurant every night. That means dressing up, getting fancy, go to the restaurant to eat.
That's
The other thing where we could eat was the buffet, which we ate at mostly breakfast and lunch, where they had like different varieties of things that we could eat and drink and stuff like that. But for the dinners, like it was really hard to choose because I'm very picky, and they had like, this was a fancy restaurant, like a very fancy restaurant, and they had those fancy like pork chops, fancy steaks, fancy lobsters and birds and
birds.
It was so many things, and honestly, like I didn't expect me to try a lot of the things that I did try, so I'm really shocked myself when eating at that restaurant.
It was so good too. So, okay, first of all, shout out to Pranav. He was our waiter every single night. We had the same table every night with him, and he just knew us. He communicated with us. He would always he would just bring us different extra appetizers, desserts. If we were trying something new, he would bring us 2 of it instead of 1. That way we could share like 1 across the table along with the person who was trying something new. So like we one night got a lobster, and so he brought out 2 lobsters for us. That way we could split it with each other, and everyone would get to enjoy it. What else did we try? Every night we got shrimp cocktails, and he would bring us out like 2 or 3 extra because it was just...
We had to enjoy our shrimp.
Oh my gosh.
On the cruise. If it was nothing else, we had to eat some shrimp.
And it was always
it was good, girl. It was good.
Amazing. They had all kinds of different desserts, cheesecakes, ice cream. I think there was chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was chocolate cake.
It was a lot of different things.
Cakes. It was different cakes though.
Yeah. But they were all good. All the food was amazing.
Yeah.
And then it was just fun. They were always beautifully dished. So it was just fun waiting to see what they would come out with.
Yeah, that's true.
It was just a great experience. Prana really made that feel very homey. And like Angie was saying, like, it wasn't like we could come in jeans and a t-shirt. We had to dress.
Yeah.
Dressed,
Dress up.
what's the phrase? Not
formal.
Dress casual, dress formal. It was a very formal dining experience every night. And it was fun.
It was absolutely fun. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, dressing up and just going out to eat is just fun to me. Like, I want to do it. Like, I would, if I could and had the money to, I would do it. Like, very more often than I do.
Yeah.
Right now. But, yeah. Majority of the staff there were very, like, their personalities and their, like, I don't know, their drive, it's just something different. Like, they really work so many hours, so many, like, you wouldn't believe the hours that they work on this boat. And when we heard it, I was just so surprised. And, like, y'all don't really get, I mean, they do rest, but it's just, like,
they wake up for entertainment.
Yeah.
They wake up and it's just entertain. Even down to the captain. Which brings us into, like, every day from the moment we got on the ship, every single day they brought us a new itinerary.
Yep.
And it was completely different from the day before. So some days we do, like, art walks.
Yeah.
We've done...
Well, it was,
But yeah, there were different games. Like, game nights, talent shows, comedy shows, what else? Movie nights, trivia nights. But there was always something going on.
Yeah, always.
And the game Angie's talking about, they basically split it was a room full of the guests, and they split us in half, basically. And it was two teams, and basically how the game works is the host of the game would ask for something, and between, like, your entire team, you had to present the host with an item.
Yeah.
So it started out with, like, simple stuff. Bring me an apple. Yeah. So so between all of us, we'd have to find an apple on the boat. Now, it can be any apple. So, like, our team, I think, brought an Apple phone.
Yeah, they brought a phone.
And then it got more and more wild as the night went on.
It was so fun, though. Like,
it was so hilarious.
Fun. It was like, I don't know, I like that game. If we was to have, like, a big crowd, we could, like, a big family, we could do that. We could play that game, because
it was hilarious. Because then they started asking for, like, the end of the game. They asked for the scariest, meanest looking person on your team. Now, this was especially funny because this is literally you looking at everyone on your team and just hoping that no one gets offended by who you pick.
But the funny thing is, nobody got offended. Like, you picked this one guy, and he just went along with it because he looked like he was bluffing. Like, he would just knock somebody out on sight. So we were just like...
This is like your typical, like, big bearded biker looking man who goes to bars and just fights people. Like, this is those type of people. And then at the end of the game, what the host had us do is take that guy and dress him like a woman in the most feminine gear. So, like, we had him in bra, heels,
wig. Was it a wig on him, or like a hair, some type of hairpiece? Something. It was something. Then he had to. Each of them had to model and, like, model around the whole room for us.
Oh,
like,
yes. A little walk
of shame or something. Walk of...
What is it, a Vogue walk?
I don't know.
Something.
Walk of something, and they walked
around.
It
was hilarious. And they did so many different things like that.
It was super fun. So the first place we stopped at was the Bermuda. And in the Bermuda, we was only there for. Actually, I'm not even gonna tell y'all because I don't even remember. You know how long we been there for? Because it wasn't like long. Like the majority of our time was spent on the boat. Like if we, like for us when we want to go back and visit, we want to fly there and be able to experience the places enjoy the places a little more sightseeing and stuff like that. But the first stop was the Bermuda. One of the days we just literally walked around one of the little towns in Bermuda, and it was on a Sunday too, y'all, and everything was closed. Like we couldn't go to the mall because it was closed. Like most of the stores I don't want to say a strip, but most of the stores that was there, they were closed because it was Sunday. So it was a bunch of us just literally walking around.
It was a beautiful city, though.
Just it really was, and things were different there. Like they drive on different sides there.
They had different currency.
Yep. We had to bring some of that home too. I think. Do we still have yours? I think mine's in my picture book.
We also, I think, in Bermuda is where we went to the pink sand beach, which is beautiful.
Pretty.
And of course, the clear waters. We can't get enough of that clear water. You'll hear us say that like 10 more times before the end of the video.
The water is the biggest thing because it's just like we always, I think we said this in our last chat too. What you can tell when you're leaving, like the waters get so clear and pretty. Like it's so beautiful. And we can't even get into the sunset because that first night of sunset, woo.
Especially like just by then we'd already left the state waters too. Yeah. You can see the difference, like from the brown to the blue, and it's just like looking off into.
I really do recommend 110%. And I know a lot of people don't. Oh yeah, that's one thing. A lot of people told me before I went on a cruise, and I was telling them that we went to Bermuda. They was like, "Don't go there," because y'all know about the Bermuda Triangle and stuff like that. And everybody was so worried about like just me not coming back. But I try not to think about that. Like when people was telling me, I was just like, I really just want to go and like just have fun. Like I haven't been out of the United States in my entire life before. Like this is just like a big experience for me, and I was so excited to do it. Like
of course.
Don't try to scare me off. And even though like I heard stories, but it's just like, when was the last incident of this?
So after we left the Bermuda, we went to the Bahamas, and I think we were in the Bahamas for 2 days also.
I feel like they were shorter than that. I feel like we was in the Bermuda quick, fast, and then gone.
Yeah.
But like we said, we probably been on there for, I don't know. But we did stop at 2 places in the Bermuda. You remember those? Cuckoo, Kaka. What was it? Cancun? Coca. How you say it? We struggled with that name forever. But it was 2 places we stopped at.
Listen, it's been a while, okay, guys?
It has been over like 3 years, maybe.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, but
it was. So in the Bahamas, we did more. That's where we got to really appreciate the clear water. We got to the beach there. There was some construction because during that time over the summer, that's like hurricane season. So there's like construction on this side of the beach. And we were able to just like sit on the water. That was the day you were wearing your little white bathing suit with the train.
I remember. Yeah.
And we got to stepping into the water. We could see the fish just like swimming around our feet. Like it was that clear, that beautiful.
But housekeeping, they are very, very, very creative. Like when you go into your room, even after they clean, they always leave like some decorative towel that you can see. Like it could be a swan. They can make like they can like turn, how you say it? They can make like a towel. They can make a swan out of a towel. Yeah. Basically. So whatever animal or whatever was there, they monkey, swan,
a pig.
Pig. We named ours. We was naming our
and kept them.
We named them, kept them, take pictures of them. I'll throw some pictures in there if we still have them for you guys, so y'all can see exactly what we're talking about. And also to that, like we did this big thing where they basically showed us how to do it. Like everybody on the boat, they really showed us how to do it in person. And that was cool too. Like
they taught us.
Even though I don't remember, but they did. They took their time to really teach us how to create things with a towel and make it look presentable. Like that was so like creative and out of the box to me. Like,
yeah, it was so fun. It was definitely a great experience. You got to really like interact with everyone on the ship. Every single person.
And
they made sure to
yeah.
like bring that community together.
We talked to some people, strangers, like when we were sitting in hot tubs and stuff like that. We talked to people and stuff like that. Although I'm not a big talker, but that's all fun. Girl.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely fun. You meet so many different people from so many different walks of life. So to end this big story, I want to tell you guys about the talent show that the captain did at the very end of the cruise, because that was like the icing on the cake. It really showed like how much of a community the crew was, how much of a community like just being in Royal Caribbean was for us and for them. It was really just like a very entertaining like family environment. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if they do anything, they entertained us for sure. Like
oh, absolutely
entertained us. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
So basically there was this big talent show, and at the end of the talent show the captain is performing with the crew, and they do this big dramatic like ballet performance called The Fountain. And the way the fountain worked was it started with like one person like, or everyone had like a pitcher of water, and they all would just like take a sip and like hold the water in their mouths and just basically take turns like being a fountain and just like spitting the water, which ended with like just everyone like spitting on each other. It sounds weird.
It do sound weird,
but
it was hilarious.
It was hilarious, and then it just shows you how close they are and how like invested in the community they are to go to such great lengths to entertain and just perform for everyone. But to end off, let's talk about when we got back. So it was a rainy day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of like gloomy when we came back. It's like coming back from like sunny and bright and
clear waters and beautiful.
It just comes back to like, it's like hitting back to reality when you come back here. But go ahead.
It was a rainy day when we got back here. It was like 8 in the morning. It was like cloudy, gloomy. And of course, you know, after leaving the clear waters, like waking up and it's like all gloomy and brown, and it's just like there's no longer bright colors. It's just very like bland. What else? So when we got here, we were off the boat probably before 9, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And so we were trying to figure out, so we had someone picking us up, my now husband, he was picking us up, and we were trying to figure out, it was unclear with like the signs and stuff. I wasn't sure, I didn't understand what the signs were saying, because there was one sign that said like multi-passenger or something, and another sign that said like car pickup or something, or
it was like a different,
I don't know,
different signs. It wasn't clear or like straightforward at all.
No.
And like so Serena asked for help. Like she asked the lady that was standing there directing people on where to go for help. Like that's what you're there for. To ask,
exactly.
Like answer people questions. But go ahead.
So then I'm sitting here and I asked this lady like, okay, excuse me, do you mind explaining this? I'm trying to figure out like if I have someone picking me up, where do we need to go? And she's just like, oh, read the signs. And I'm sitting here like, well, you know, we're back in Baltimore. We're not with all the friendly people anymore.
Like it was such a shift. Like coming from such friendly and like even on positive. The cruise, like on the cruise boat and in the Bermuda and Bahamas, like everybody in itself were friendly and helpful. And it's just like coming back here, it's like
whoop.
No.
Nope.
Like
we don't have that here.
Like and like mind you, they worked for hours and still was helpful.
Yeah.
They still was
On the
helpful
boat,
after
yeah.
on the boat, working for hours and still like keep that same like attitude, positive attitude, upbeat energy or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I get it, it's early in the morning, but you literally are here to answer people questions. That's your job.
It was
literally
her job. And it's like, I'm sorry, I might have offended you, you know, but so we ended up just walking around until we figured it out.
Yeah.
Because at that point, like, it was such like it was such a mood shift because we're all excited coming back, like talking about like, oh my gosh, like the memories we've just made, and then it's just like, dang, like,
I don't know, disrespectfulness. Like,
now what are we supposed to do with our like can we be excited in this place? Like, let's just get out of here.
Like, exactly, let's just go back. Like, let's just go back on a boat. They will never know. Like, come on.
But yeah, it was, once we got out of that building, out of the dock, it was just like back to smiles, back to happiness, and just really reliving those moments, those memories we made, and just retelling our story.
Yeah, it was so fun. And I don't know, I think I just, when I was I didn't want to come back. I didn't.
Nope. They could have left me out.
They could have left me there, and we would have found a way and made a life out there.
Listen, one thing we would do differently, we didn't bring any like board games or cards or anything for like in the room. So like certain nights where we didn't want to do like the boat activities, we were just kind of napping or like sitting around in our room or
and watching like reruns of the same show, because they put the same show on TV.
Yeah, it was like a loop of like 3 different shows, and it was only one episode from 3 different shows. But so after a while, like, we'd run out of like, we'd just want some downtime, but we didn't bring anything to do during downtime.
Yeah. We did it.
So
I mean, like, I don't know. I didn't really do it much though. Like, I think I did it once or twice, like sat out on the boat and like listen to music. But that's really all we brought. We didn't bring anything, and mind you, we didn't have no Wi-Fi either. So
exactly.
We did have. It was 3 of us, but like next time, if it is just us, it's just gonna be so much fun, intimate, and I don't know. It's just great when we're together. So I know we're gonna have fun if it's just us anyway. But yeah, we encourage you guys to go take a trip.
Yep,
take
Royal
a cruise.
They're definitely where it's at.
Get out there and enjoy life. Like, I know, like, we did it off a college budget, guys. Like,
yeah.
was I working? I think I was working. I don't remember, y'all. But yeah, I was working at the casino. But still, like, I did it we did it on a college budget, and we made it happen, and we had fun. And
it's definitely possible. Definitely worth it.
Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. But anyways, thanks for tuning in to another Let's Chat with 2 Village Girls. Please subscribe to our channel and leave comments, like our page, and share our stories.
Let us know if you've had any experiences similar. Recommend us some places you've gone on a cruise, some places we should try and visit next.
Because we are going to travel, because we're going to be traveling, and that's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.